Hello students, welcome to this class of BA part first, paper second, and today dear students we will discuss a short story by Rabindranath Tagore, and the title of this story is Living or Dead. Dear students, Rabindranath Tagore, a famous playwright, a famous storyteller, and a great educationist from West Bengal, who established the Vishwa Bharati University, and he is a pioneer in shaping great literature in India. This story, Living or Dead, dear students, is a famous story by Rabindranath Tagore, and the story has been taken from the collection of short stories entitled Hungry Stones. In this story, Tagore raises a question. He raises a question about the difference between life and death through the character of a widow, Kadambini, who lived in her brother-in-law's house at Ranihat. She is a very unlucky person because she had no parents, no relatives. So the story it depicts a character. It deciphers a character of a widow and how she proved at the end of the story that she is not dead, she is very much alive. So let us discuss the story. Kadamni was a widow without any children, and obviously her entire love and attention were diverted towards her brother-in-law's son, Satish. She is the foster mother of the child because the child's real mother did not pay much attention to the child and spent her time in playing cards and gossiping. So, Kadambini, she was the caretaker and she nourished this son-in-law, Satish, and she had much love for her. Kadambini, she was very unlucky. One night, she felt some pain in her chest and her heart stopped beating for some time. Everybody thought that she was dead. She was sent to the funeral ground for cremation. Then there were the two servants had gone away to collect wood, and other two servants remained behind. Suddenly, the servants saw the body of Kadambini move. There was some movement. They observed some movement in the body. They were frightened, and so they ran away, leaving the body there. They thought that the dead body has some movement, it has shown some movement, and it is due to some ghost. They reported to Kadambini's father-in-law that she had been cremated. So they presented a false report of Kadambini's cremation. In reality, Kadambini had not died. In fact, her heart had stopped beating for a while, and everyone in the house believed that she was dead. Now, when she opened her eyes, she found herself in the cremation ground because the servants they had run away. She became suspicious about herself and she thought that she was a dead woman for the society because she is lying here in the cremation ground and nobody is there. So she thinks that she has been declared dead and now she is dead for the society. So she did not want to go back to her father-in-law's house. She decided to go to her childhood friend Yogmaya's house, and she goes to Yogmaya's house. In that house, Kadambini began to get afraid of her own self. She did not know what to do. She would get scared at night and would shout loudly. The situation took another turn when Yogmaya she felt that her husband was getting attracted towards Kadambini, and even Kadambini seemed to be attracted to his attention. This disturbed Yogmaya so much that she sent the husband to Kadamni's house to find out the reality about her, what the real situation was. So Kadamni's husband, he goes to Yogmaya's house. Her situation became still worse when Yogmaya's husband told Yogmaya that the woman living with them was not Kadamni because, according to Kadamni's brother-in-law, she had been dead for a month. Kadamni leaves her friend's house and comes back to her father-in-law's house. She sees the child, her emotions return and she feels normal. But unfortunately, Sharda Shankar and other members of the family believed that she was a ghost. So the apprehension that she was a ghost, it kept the family at the situation that she was a ghost, and Sharda Shankar tells her that she had left the world and so she should break herself away from the Maya of this world. She should go back to the Devlok. At this stage, Kadamni realizes that her physical end was the only solution. But before it was to be done, she decided to prove that she was living. She believed and she tried to convince them. So she took a brass pot and struck it against her head. Blood came out of the wound, an indication that she was a real human being, because ghosts, they do not bleed. Then Kadamni had no choice but to jump into the well in order to convince them that she was really alive, but now she dies in reality. So this story, it tells us the tragedy of Yogmaya, who proves by dying that she was alive, she was not dead earlier. So dear students, this story of Kadamni is very unfortunate. She does not get love from anyone, nor from her parents, they died, not from her husband, he died, from her children because she had no child of her own, but she loved the little boy Satish, and even not from her friend Yogmaya. This is the tragedy of her life. Dear students, now let us discuss some of the important short questions which may be asked in your exams. So the first question is, who is the writer of the story, living or dead? Rabindranath Tagore. Where did Kadamni live? She lived in the house of her brother-in-law Sharda Shankar at Ranihat. Next question, did Kadamni actually die? No, she did not die. Her heart had stopped beating for some time, but she was not dead. Why was she sent to be burnt without ceremony? Because Sharda Shankar thought that the police would trouble them. Next question, who went to see why wood for burning did not come for so long? The two servants, Nitai and Gurucharan, went to see it. Name the two servants who were left behind with the dead body. So the two persons who were left, the two servants who were left behind with the dead body, they were Bidhu and Banmali, who left the dead body seeing the movement and they fled from that place. Why did these two servants run away? Because they thought that the dead body of Kadamni had shaken. It had shown some movement and had turned on its side. So they ran away. Where did Kadamni go? Kadamni went to her childhood friend Yogmaya's house. Next question, how long did Kadamni stay in that house? In Yogmaya's house, Kadamni stayed about a month. Where did Kadamni go after leaving Yogmaya's house? She straight away went to her father-in-law's house. Why did she jump into the well? She jumped into the well to prove that she was alive and not dead. So to prove that she was alive, she had to jump into the well. And that is why the title of this short story is Living or Dead. What is the theme of this story? The theme of this story is the difference between life and death. The satire is on our traditional social values, where we do not consider a widow a living being, where we consider a widow a burden, where the family in this story wants to get rid of that widow. What did Kadamni say when Yogamaya asked her how she had come to her house? So Yogamaya, she wanted to know the story, why she had come to this house. Kadamni says, Yogamaya, he requests Yogamaya to give her a corner and to treat her as a servant, and that she would do any work in Yogmaya's house. What did Yogmaya's husband say after returning from Kadamni's father-in-law? He said that the woman staying with them is not Kadamni because her father-in-law had informed him that she had died. Describe Kadamni's life in her father-in-law's house. Kadamni lived in her father-in-law's house because she was a widow and there was no one alive in her father's family. She had no child of her own. She had a great love for the little child of her brother-in-law, Sharda Shankar. So this story, it describes the plight of a widow, Kadamni, and how she suffered and how nobody believed that she was alive, and she had to prove by dying that she was alive. Dear students, I hope you have understood this short story. We'll take up another short story in the next video. Thank you very much.